Greetings everyone! Hehe, I'm not dead. For today's video, it'll be a little bit different than what I usually do. Today we'll be taking a look at the short stories, The Gioconda Smile, The Lottery, and The Country of the Blind. But for today's video, we'll just be looking at the Gioconda Smile. Our story begins with Henry Houghton, an English landowner, and our main character of the story. Henry appears to be at Miss Spence's house, who is a friend of his wife's and has a beautiful Gioconda smile. That's why it's called the Gioconda Smile. In any case, Henry asks Janet if she would like to come over for lunch to keep his sick wife company. Janet accepts since she is a good friend. When Henry goes to leave Miss Spence's house, she asks him if she could see him leave. He refuses, and when he goes out to see his car, he enters and we are introduced with another woman by the name of Doris, who is Henry's mistress and who seemed to really love Henry, since she calls him Teddy Bear most of the time. After a romantic moment with Doris, Henry arrives at his house, where we are introduced to his sickly wife, Emily, who seems to be very ill with heart disease. She asks Henry to come to the doctor's with her, but him, being the loving husband that he is, refuses and goes to read a book in anger. So fast forward, we see Emily, Janet, and Henry having lunch. Janet is very happy to see Emily, and Emily says that she's doing quite well. Better than yesterday, actually. In this scene, Emily eats something she is forbidden to eat. Even if Mr. Houghton tries to stop her, Janet says that it will do her some good. After that, she asks for her medicine. Henry goes and gets it for her. He comes back to see Janet giving her coffee. She says that she gave her coffee because the taste of the medicine was terrible, and that with the coffee, it will help it go away. After drinking the medicine and the coffee, she suddenly feels ill and goes back to her bed. After some time, Janet tells Henry that the condition of his wife's health is getting worse, and she was just acting optimistic because of nervousness. Henry didn't really care, for here's the thing about Henry. He does not get pity for the unfortunate. In fact, he deplores the unfortunate. What a terrible man. He then makes another excuse to go see Doris again. And after a romantic evening with his mistress, he comes back to see his doctor, Dr. Libbard, who informs him that his wife has passed away during his absence. Henry decides that he should control his lustly desires for some time, and by for some time, I mean a week. A week later, he proposes to Doris and tells her to keep the marriage a secret. He then goes to visit Janet, and surprisingly, she confesses her love to him. He does not feel the same way, therefore rejects her. Then he finally gets married to Doris officially, and after hearing about this, Janet gets so angry that she spreads rumors about him poisoning his wife so he could be with Doris. These rumors got around so much that the authorities decided to perform an autopsy on Emily Houghton. Once they did, they found a lethal amount of arsenic inside her body. Doris, who is now devastated to know this chilling truth, decides to drink a lot of alcohol to kill the child she is bearing, because yes, she is pregnant. Dr. Libbard comes in and stops her from doing so. As for Henry Houghton, he is arrested and executed for willful murder. The story ends with a devastated and exhausted Miss Spence, who confesses to Dr. Libbard that she is the one that poisoned Emily's coffee. And that concludes the Gioconda Smile summary.